Hi, this is Sharon Lim, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I blog at sharonitwithyou.blogspot.com, and today I'm going to show you a lovely Slimline album. Looks like this. I started with a 8.5 by 11 piece of Misty Moonlight and then 2 pieces of Old Olive for the front and the back covers. Also with the Stitch with Whimsy dies. So there's plenty of room. I figured maybe for a graduation, birthday, card, or album would be nice. So let's get started. You're going to start with a piece of Misty Moonlight that is 8.5 by 11. And you score 3 times. So 2 3/4, 5.5, 8 1/4. So it makes it into 4 equal parts. Then you're going to take your cutter and you're going to turn it this way, and you're going to cut at 2 3/4, starting at the 1 3/4 all the way to 9 5/8, and repeat it at 5 3/4. So then you have 2 slits here. Then the last thing you're going to do is score only at the middle from here to here, from the cuts that you just made, at 1 3/8 and 9 5/8. So this is what it turns out to be. And then when you want to fold it, you're going to start with this fold. And I like to do a mountain and valley. So the top and the bottoms stick up, if that makes sense. So you could do the same thing here. Up and down. So these two are both up. So these kind of stick out, what I call kind of like a book, I guess. So these two are mountains and the middle one's a valley. So like this. And then don't forget the 2 ends that you did also are valleys. So it looks like this. Looks kind of weird, I know, but that's kind of what the shape looks like. And when you fold it over, it's exactly 1/4 of the piece of paper. Then for the covers, you're going to need 2 pieces of Old Olive that measures 3 5/8 by 8.5. And all I'm going to do is just put some adhesive on the side and adhere it, center it in here, and then do the same on this side and cover. But just be cautious about where you're putting the adhesive so you don't glue down a part that you don't want to glue down. So I'll start with this one. A little bouncy. And we can center it here. Let's do the same on this side. And that's just the cover of it, so it actually looks like a full book or album. So just make sure you're all lined up. I love the fact with the glue you have a little wiggle space. And if you did it, this is what it looks like. Alright, let's move on to our DSP. So you have multiple DSP, and this is the Beauty of the Earth ones. You're going to need 4 of these squares that are 2.5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 of them are going to flip over because I just did opposites. 2 of these pieces that are 1 1/4 by 2 3/4. And then 2 of these pieces at 1 1/4 by 8.5 for the edges, just to cover up. I used it just to cover up where it overlapped. Alright, so the reason why I did these opposite is because on the original album it gives you 2 different styles. So the front side and the back side. So you can either write something on them if you'd like. So first I'm going to put some glue on this. And it fits perfectly here at the top. And then the blue is going to be the opposite. And then I did the opposite on the bottom. Place it down really good. And we're going to do the same to the side but opposite. So let's start with the leaves first. I think I better put some more adhesive on there. Make sure it sticks. Center it. Make sure it has a nice frame. And then the blue will be on the other side. And then these two I put on the opposite sides here of the part that folded. I thought that was a neat accent to be able to use a different piece of DSP for that. And that's where it goes. And I'll do the same for the left side. And again, you can write on it, you can stamp on it, you can put a picture, entirely up to you. And now with the two pieces here, I'm just using it to cover up the seam that I created when I added the covers, the front and back covers. So it's just to accent that. So I'll put it over here. And I still wanted to see the old olive too. So I'm just leaving a little edge there. I'll do again to the other side. There you go. This one's popping up a little bit. Needs a little bit more glue on this side. There you go. Then I use the Stitch with Whimsy dies, and it kind of looks like this. And you'll have to hand cut around it. The dies don't actually cut around it. So I did 2 squares and 4 of the rectangles. And again, for sentiments, for pictures, however you'd like. So the 2 squares go in the middle part. That kind of sticks up here. And then the 4 rectangles are accents on the sides of the other ones. And if they stick over, if they kind of stick over the edge, it's okay. It's a different look for that. So I try to make it a little different here. Didn't make them exactly identical for that reason. My attempt at being random. I think I'm going to just put this one here. Oops. And there you go. Let me press them down a little bit. I think I need to spread that glue a little bit. So basically this is what it looks like folded. Isn't that cool? And then when it's time to fold it up or actually mail it, it'll actually fit in there. And I didn't want to forget the covers. So 2 pieces of 3 3/8 by 8 1/4 to cover the front and the back. Maybe put the person's name on it, the year of their graduation or their school might be nice. And it centers perfectly on the covers. And one more for the back. And then you can choose to decorate it any other different way that you like. Alright, so what do you think of the Slimline album? So thank you for letting me share this with you. Please support me by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with your friends. I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.